Did you have an appointment with God today? I'm the self-appointed appointment with God police. To say, don't play around your relationship with him. I was back out running to my God tree. No shame, no shame. Just looking for some glimmer of God's presence, just to talk to him, spend time with him. And he will figure out all these ways just to let me know he's with me. Like earlier this week, I sent a message to my daughter, Julie, from our meditation book, Jesus Lives. And it talked about us walking as though we have him holding our hands. And it told a story. It said, imagine a young girl walking along busy streets with a trustworthy adult. She may feel overwhelmed by all the sensory stimulation, all the possible ways to get lost. However, if she keeps holding onto the adult's hand, she will get safety to her destination. Similarly, as you cling to my hand for help and guidance, you are ultimately safe. And I just imagine this pose from my book where I have this cartoon character of a little girl that I spoke about. A small girl with a small hand holding this big hand, and I always imagine myself that I'm that little girl. God, please take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. And that's what I felt that God was reminding me of in this appointment with him. And I shared with my daughter, because she's in this big city in New York, and I say, boo, you just have to imagine you're with God. He's holding your hand every second, every moment. And so I get to my God tree this morning, just debating, like, where can I go? Which page? I go to our family's website, and it's like 140 something pages, guys. And I just went to page 6, of all the pages I went there. And it told the exact story of that time. It said, in a down moment yesterday, I had an appointment with God, reading day 209 from my book, Keep Calm, You're Rolling with God. And this message showed up. God has these unimaginable plans for our lives when we stick close to him, not leaning on our own understanding. I have a cartoon picture with a little girl walking down a path with a huge hand, holding her little hand with the caption, if God is for us, who can be against us? And that was from Romans 8:31. Fast forward 2 minutes later, I then went to my meditation book, The Same Jesus Always, guys, which is written as if God is speaking directly to me. And it incredibly said, if I am for you, who can be against you? And guys, honestly, for that story to show up today under the tree, I ran it in the dark, no shame. God, I need to feel your presence. So he just connected me with that story to say, Nick, if I am for you, who can be against you? You understand, guys? Like, how could I be reading that book, Keep Calm, You're Rolling with God, read the story of a little girl, quoting that verse from Romans 8:31, if I am for you, who can be against you? Only for me to go to that Jesus Always meditation book and for those words to show up. If I am for you, who can be against you? Now, written exactly as if God is speaking to us. And now it's just God saying, Nick, what's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? And all the overwhelming stresses and situations you're dealing with, I am with you. I am for you. Just hold on to my hand and just walk with me all day, every day. See the importance of these appointments with God? They just remind us that we're not going through life alone, guys. That God himself is with us. So Miss Laverne came on. I tell you guys about Miss Laverne. She's like my second mommy. And she brought the Jesus Calling book that I gave her. And it's so funny. I was telling her how I go out to the tree. And I go out to the tree just to get myself aligned with God, right? Like, God, let me start my day in alignment with you. Like, God, what is it that you would have me to do today? Let me know that your presence is there with me. And I use the word align, right? So since she brought the book, Jesus Calling, I said, let me see what God has to say to me in this book today. And I just randomly opened it, a 365 day devotional. Look what it said at the bottom. Seek to align your will with mine. You see that? For him to put that word align. Exactly what I told him. The reason why I go to that God tree, God, let me align myself with you. Not what the crazy lady wants to do. God, what is it that you would have me to do? And let me just be that person for you in the world. Just knowing that you're there with me As I take my steps of faith and doing what I feel that you would have me to do, you're in the background of my life. You're working on my behalf. You're sending people to help me, you know. You're tweaking situations so that things don't become too overwhelming for me, too overburdened for me to handle. You know, that's the love of God, guys. I want you guys to feel that we're not going through life alone. The whole page 6 was such a beautiful page for me to read today. And I read about my daughter's friend Mo, about how he said his faith in God is the reason why he can be positive. And then another God wink about the Isaiah 41:10, that's my mindset for 2023, guys, and for 2024, 25 too, that no matter what I face, that God, my help comes from the Lord. And with him continually saying, do not fear, I will help you, I will help you, I will help you, with that verse, Isaiah 41:10, that continually shows up, guys. So don't miss out on this life with God. We need him, we need him, we need him. Every moment, every second, say, God, here, take my hand, take my hand, take my hand. Hold my hand, God, and let's walk with this faith. The joy of the Lord is our strength. We walk by faith, not by sight, knowing that our help comes from God himself. He's with us, he's for us, he's by our side. If he is for us, who can be against us? Make sure you're having your appointments with him.